There's so much to tell you.
Today we're going to be showing you Life After Married at First Sight. So let's talk vow renewals. So, I thought Peggy was drunk.
I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
But it was an anxiety attack.
Yeah.
They had to undo my dress because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't
I wanted to do that part.
but
I wasn't allowed. Too inappropriate. Especially if she's having a panic attack.
I wasn't allowed to see you. I was like, I wanted you. And he was like, no, you mustn't go near him. No, you mustn't see each other. And I was like, well, I know what I'm going to do. Like, hopefully I know what George is going to do. But it was hard, wasn't it?
Mm.
It was a long day as well.
It was a really long day. We were day 2.
Yeah, we was before Laura and Arthur. We were, weren't we?
No, they were after us.
Yeah, we were before them.
Yeah.
Before Laura gave the ring back,
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed that part. So, you felt very unwell, and you then had a period where I didn't see you because you weren't well.
Yeah, it was bad, wasn't it? You was at the altar for a while, waiting for me to arrive. No, you wasn't.
I was trembling. No.
I know what she's going to say. In the bag.
Well, a bit of a Casanova, what can I say?
Bag.
You know.
Whereas I was on the other end of the field, nearly having an anxiety attack, having to be put in a golf cart with my dress on, all the way back to reception to get something to eat. I had the medic on me like, you need to check your chest. And I was like, I don't think I could do this today. I wonder if they can do this in a couple of days' time and I feel a bit better.
No.
It was bad.
I would have been stood there. What time is she coming? She'll be here in a minute, Georges. Just you hush your gums, you'll be alright. There's a really beautiful venue very near me, about 20 minutes. It's in Surrey. And it's got these lovely grounds, and they have this kind of little shop kind of food thing on place.
Yeah,
and I actually went in the queue just as one of the runners came up and was like, oh, do you want anything? I was like, no, I've just ordered Peggy a coffee. And they were like, oh, that's really weird because I've just come up to get her a coffee. And that actually happens quite a lot. Like, obviously, you guys don't see that, but I always knew when Peggy needed or wanted a coffee.
I had 2 coffees.
But the weirdest part was that I hadn't seen her that day.
No.
I hadn't seen her from afar, obviously.
And the day before.
Yeah, I didn't see the day before.
In fact, we didn't see each other, did we?
No, because
I filming and vow renewals.
This is how much of a non-goody two-shoes I am. I actually said to Peggy the night before, let me come and see you.
You did, yeah.
And then she was busy having fun with the girls. And I was with Matt and Arthur.
No,
so that was it.
Busy.
Matt went first, Arthur went after us. We were day 2.
Busy with Laura and Adrian, deciding, you got to add more jeopardy into the vows.
First thing we did after Peggy feeling better after the vow renewals was actually...
I took George for breakfast or lunch, brunch. At Walnuts in Sidcup, my favourite place for anything. The menu, how big is the menu?
Wow.
The variety is a joke.
Imagine an all-you-eat where you pay for the dishes individually instead of just for a set fee. There is hundreds on the menu.
So much that I would go in for breakfast and George could have like lasagna. Or you could be on dessert.
I'm pretty sure I had like some random combination.
You did. I
can't
can't
even remember what it was
now. I had the typical eggs and avocado.
You did.
With mushrooms, side of mushrooms, garlic mushrooms. With
give me a kiss, girl. Mwah.
Easy. It was the best. It was nice because we'd really miss each other and we were able to be ourselves. And it's funny because it's a place I go to all the time. And for once I didn't see anybody. And I was like, yes, because if they asked me, oh, is this your new boyfriend? I'd be like, yeah, no, I don't know if I can tell you yet.
And the crazy part is it was the start of seeing what Peggy gets up to, her watering hole, and kind of just like her local area. So for me, it was really nice to be able to start seeing glimpses of her life and what she might do on a Sunday with some friends, or if, it's not your go-to place, but you've eaten there before and it's something you've done before. So for me, it's really nice to be able to experience it.
Yeah, it was nice to have you in my home as well. Like, I'm always at home. I love being with family. Like, have you ever come to my house and it's quiet?
No, that's why we've closed the door.
But no, we went to the Walnuts. It was nice to just have you in my company, in my life, because it is like a pressure cooker, isn't it? It's like a bubble, and you don't really even eat the things you would on the outside because you have to eat quick.
So following on from Peggy staying at mine, and us going to Rickstein.
Can I say something? George's house is so similar to my house, your parents' house.
Yeah.
That's so creepy because I never saw your house on the programme. But when you came here, you was like, this is so like my house. And I think the crew were like, all right, George, like, you haven't got to disagree with me.
No, it is.
It's so like it.
It is really.
It's just one thing I just had to say because I was just like, oh, I feel at home. Remember when I said to you, I feel like at home with you? You make me feel safe.
Oh, yeah, well,
so,
you know.
I feel like that's needed to say. I wouldn't care if you lived in a cardboard box.
Yeah, true.
But it was just, it felt like my mum and dad's house.
After the Rickstein evening and staying at my family's, we then saw each other about a week later, and it was on a Wednesday. So it's about 10 days later, yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah. And I was flying to Ibiza in the morning, so this was easier. So I was going on a good friend of mine who sadly couldn't make the wedding stag do. I stayed at Peggy's. We just had a nice evening, just quite chill, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it was quick. It was a flying visit, but then originally I was going to be seeing Peggy the day I landed, wasn't I?
Yeah, can I just quickly add something?
Okay.
It was the first night that George was actually at my house and we was on the sofa with my mum watching Married at First Sight Australia.
Australia, yeah.
And George come down in his 5-inch shorts and my mum was like, George, do you want some trousers on? He was like, no, I'm fine.
I'm not cold.
You're a bit chilly.
No, I wasn't cold.
But yeah, my mum loved it. Seen his legs.
Got great legs. What can I say? Horse legs. So I stayed, and I then left very early. Peggy actually got up before I got up, made me a coffee and some toast, didn't you?
Yeah.
Which was really sweet. Like, no one's ever done that. I can't even say ever really. No one's ever done that for me. And obviously, you know, it just shows how kind of considerate you are, and it's the little things which are really important.
I've got to look after my man. Got to make sure he's fed and watered.
So, well, obviously, I go to Ibiza for
Luckily
5
I did, by the way,
days.
because he had a terrible journey.
Yeah, I did. Did I?
Yeah. You went to the wrong airport. The wrong
Oh my god. Yeah, went to the wrong airport. Well, no, I didn't. I got to the right airport and I was at the right terminal. And as I'm arriving, the boys are like, by the way, the terminal's changed. You have to get to the other side. I was meant to see Peggy on a Tuesday, and whilst I was away, your plans changed for Vegas.
But yeah, because I hadn't booked it, had I?
No.
It was the last minute. Because George was going away with the boys, I thought, right, now's my opportunity. Because they said to us as well, if you want to go away, now is your opportunity to go. So where I wanted to go away with the girls all year and couldn't, bear in mind I felt a bit bad that I didn't remember a hen party. I've just got married to a stranger. They weren't at my wedding. I thought, wow, I have to go away. I have to make it up to them. So I booked Vegas for the day you got back.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it was because the flights
It was,
were so cheap.
yeah.
How much cheaper were they?
They were really, really cheap. They were like, yeah,
£1,000
£1,000.
It was like Tuesday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wednesday the 6th.
So we then ended up going, like, I spoke to you a fair bit whilst I was away, and you were all quite clear at the start. You're like, don't worry about me, I'm fine, we don't need to talk. And I was like,
I trust you.
And I was like, no, I want to talk to you because I like you. I don't want to not talk to you for a week.
Yeah.
And then I landed, you flew, and obviously it was quite new in our relationship, and we were still figuring out how we would communicate. We communicate now on phone so differently to how we did at the start. Peggy wasn't a texter, she was a caller, and I've always been a texter or a voice noter.
You've seen these nails, baby.
Yeah, we've seen these paws. I got big paws for a reason, I don't want to text. And I was texting her, whereas that's not how you dealt with things. And obviously there was a big time difference. Peggy doesn't sleep, and you were in Vegas, you were at pool parties,
Nobody sleeps
you
in
were
Vegas.
gambling, you were doing all of these things. And I was back, and I wasn't working because we just finished filming
You was really
and I was kind of like very lost, and I was kind of like, what's really going on? So I obviously was getting quite frustrated, and then that's when we had we didn't have arguments, but we had disagreements, and you know, I said some things. I actually corrected Peggy when she spelled my name wrong. She was drunk, so that's her justification. Your phone auto-corrected when you'd had a drink.
My phone knows George, as in George.
Who's that?
Not George.
George. Give us some fucking attitude.
You know, it's just funny. It's just typical George. When a woman's got a hump with a man, the worst you can do is to wind them up by correcting their spelling.
Oh, how I found that.
And I was like, oh no, he didn't. And the thing is, I think I went a bit silent on you in the day, and I was like, right, that's it. I just need time. I need time to evaluate the situation. And I thought, right, I'm ready now. I can have a conversation and we can sort this out. And then you come back with the Georges.
To be fair, I replied at 4:30 in the morning because I actually was going through a time where I would roll over at whatever time in the night and being like, let's see if she's messaged me because I haven't heard from her for like 12 hours. I think that was probably one of the toughest times for us in our relationship, where I definitely was like, is this actually going to work in the outside world?
Yeah, we both felt that as well, didn't we?
And the funniest thing is, we've both felt the same whenever something's happened to us, which we'll explain in further episodes about feeling disconnected and stuff.
I think that when your partner goes away on holiday, I don't care what you say. You have an element inside you that goes, don't know how I feel about that. Like, you want them to go away and enjoy themselves, but obviously you're like, oh great, he's gonna be in Speedos. No, not everyone thinks this.
Oh
most
shit!
of their
Don't
partners don't have
wink.
Speedos.
Don't wink at the camera.
Excuse me, Peggy. I was saying Holly then. I'm not Hurricane Holly. Me and my sister are very similar, but also very different. But
right.
I love her to pieces. Just very quickly, 140 texts in 2 days is a lot of texts for me.
Yeah, because we weren't talking on the phone, obviously, so we were communicating by text.
Yeah,
but the fact that she's counted shows that she cares.
No, it's only because I was panicking, thinking Paul Bronson's going to kill me for not texting back, and I thought I'm going to have to count them now. 140 in 2 days. I thought, yeah, I think that's a lot.
So came back from Vegas, and
did you?
You came back from Vegas, and it was about 2.5 weeks since we'd seen each other. 3 weeks, and obviously there were alarm bells going off in our heads, question marks, and we were like, shit, like, is this gonna work? You know, we're both very different in so many ways, but we do work when we're together.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we said. We said we work when we're together, but it's the time apart that we're not working well at the moment. We don't have Mel, we don't have Paul, we don't have Charlene helping us anymore. It's us, we navigate our own relationship. And I think this is where our bond and our connection really shone through, because I turned around and I went, right, I need to impress you. I need to take you somewhere. I need to show that you mean something to me. So
we hadn't been away.
We hadn't done anything because we hadn't had a chance. We'd both been on holiday for 3 weeks, and the first week Peggy was ill. So there was actually only 1 week after your week that you were ill where we saw each other twice, and then just like a week or so before the reunion.
Yeah,
so,
you said it. I said it. Your mum's. You said it. My mum's.
Yeah.
We hadn't been anywhere else.
Yeah.
We hadn't been to any hotels or anything like that.
So I booked the Crazy Bear wasn't Beaconsfield. It was in Oxfordshire. And you. Stedhampton. That was it. So I planned a little weekend.
20 minutes from Bicester.
Yeah.
Although we didn't go.
So I planned a weekend where we went away. I got one of the nicest rooms we could get our hands on. We had dinner at the hotel. So we had,
it was beautiful,
very romantic. We had a bath together. We had a really, really lovely evening together. We had lovely dinner. We had some drinks. We stayed up nice and late. I bought you a bottle of champagne, which is now her favourite drink. So her favourite drink
LPR is my favourite. Rosé LPR is my favourite. And George surprised me when I got in your car with it.
And candles. So I had candles put on it.
And strawberries.
So I bought her favourite fruits, which is pineapples and strawberries.
We have to talk about the gift you got me as well when I come back from Vegas. When you left the pineapple and the yogurt at the door, my dad was like, "There's a random pineapple and a yogurt outside our gates," and I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, there's a crate of beers and a yogurt and a pineapple."
So the crate of beers was for your dad for Father's Day.
I know.
And then for you there was pineapple and yogurt, which is her favourite snack.
It's so cute.
It is pretty fucking weird, but I'm a fucking weird guy.
And I like weirdos, you know why? Because I'm a weirdo too.
Living weirdos. So we did that. Crazy Bear was amazing. We went to a little kind of like farm market there as well. It was a shame that it was closing because of the time we got there.
Yeah.
Peggy's always late, so we were actually an hour and a half later than we should have been, but we won't divulge on that.
Fashionably late.
Late is worth the wait.
What does it say?
It is with Peggy, no one else. And then in the morning, I'd researched a really, really, really nice coffee place down the road. Peggy loves her coffee. So we went and had coffee about 20 minutes away on the way home. It was beautiful. They did some of these amazing pastries.
Number 5.
Number 5. Yeah, it was just given a number. And thank you, Callum O'Dowda, for your recommendation. But yeah, I did a little bit of homework on it. So that was what we did. I think that really...
Nice cinnamon muffin cake heaven.
Pistachio.
Unbelievable,
inside.
melt in your mouth dream.
Ridiculous. But that brought us close together. And that was something that we really needed, because it was very much like, not tipping point, but it was kind of like experiments over, like time between the reunion. Like, we live near enough each other. It's an hour for me, but it's like an hour and a half to 2 for Peggy, because she goes the other way and the traffic's always really bad going westbound, but eastbound is fine. Post Crazy Bear, just in time, not just in time, but like just under a week before the reunion.
Can I say, we didn't go to Bicester Village either, did we?
You're obsessed with shopping.
We didn't. Have you ever been to...
So guys, we didn't go to Bicester Village.
No, we were 20 minutes from Bicester Village. And
that's why I would like to leave.
No, but whenever I've only been Crazy Bear a couple of times before, but whenever I go there, I'm like, yes, because we can go to Bicester Village. You've never been before.
I'd never been. We went further down the line. Don't ruin the story for people.
Sorry,
I don't want to watch the video. Spoiler alert, we've been to Bicester Village.
See, when I think of spoilers, I think of cars. That's why I thought all cars moved to rimming.
Got really itchy. Spoilers and rimming. Great. Peggy thinks of cars. I'm just there like, whee!
Spoiler alert! And I'm like, vroom.
Oh my God. Right. So we finished Crazy Bear, had a really lovely time, really rekindled our relationship, and then spoke with production before the reunion. How are things going? What's happened? La-di-da-di-da. Obviously, this big kind of looming cloud above us. You know, you haven't said you love each other, which wasn't a big thing, but it was the...
We haven't had sex.
We didn't have sex at that point, so we hadn't had sex. So that was such a big thing, and everyone made a big hoo-ha of it. And I get why, and I get it. But I'd like to think that I made myself very clear at the reunion that it's not their relationship and it's ours. And I'm fond of Peggy, and I was fond of Peggy then. And I think we just needed to get past the reunion before it happened.
I just think it's really sad how, to be honest, I don't know how sometimes I stayed in the process out of pure peer pressure from the others about sex. And I feel like a lot of girls at school will probably be getting peer pressure the same. We've had sex, why haven't you had sex yet? Things like that. And it's just not a nice feeling, even at my age, it's not a nice feeling. You kind of think, well, we'll have sex when we're ready to have sex. Like, it's...
I would like to just interject, I was ready on the wedding night.
You was ready at the stag, apparently.
I was there, took my trousers off at the stag, I was like, go on boys, who's my wife?
Yeah. Brad, bend over.
Brad, you handsome, you were nice and leggy. Go on here, come here, son. But yeah,
it was hard. And then especially when you have people judging your relationship when they're either not in a relationship themselves or they are deeply struggling in their relationship.
Or aren't willing to make it work. I think that was the biggest thing. We had a lot of conversations about actually which couple really made the most sacrifices or the biggest compromise, because it's never a change, it's improvement. And I improved on things that I need to improve on. You improved on things. You compromised. I've compromised, because there were so many times that we saw it working.
Yeah,
and we knew it would work.
Amongst all the pressure as well. That's hard.
And anything that disturbs her peace has to disturb my peace.
Despite of what you may think or what you see on the show, I don't like confrontation. I just like honesty. Or I like honesty or
honesty or honesty. You know what? No one commented on it.
No, because they're all fixated on Arthur's intelligence misspelling.
Yeah, but honesty is hard, easier to spell.
It is, yeah. But you're just like...
Yeah, it's because I crossed mine out.
You are like golden boy.
No, I'm not.
Golden
I'm not
balls.
golden boy.
Blue balls for golden boy over there.
They were fucking so gold, they were blue. They were metallic balls. By the end of by the end of everything, they were metallic balls. I genuinely think that I could have sold that stuff in a vial.
Nothing good comes easy. And good things come to those who wait. That's what I always
And
say.
everyone wants to come. Why have you just said that? Hey guys, all I'm saying is this is the best comeback story in the world. And I'm not talking about cum on her back.
This is why George was told to be quiet. I wanted to be like, dude,
Yeah.
it wasn't me.
Yeah, we'll go into that another time.
I don't expect perfection, because nobody's perfect, except for George. We have a visitor. Come here, you. Oh no, he's camera shy. That was Paddy.
And beautiful people, that concludes episode 1 of Life After Married at First Sight.
Of how many?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Psychic Pig doesn't know.
Anything you want to say, Prosecco Peggy?
I need a Prosecco now.
Guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you make sure you put comment in the section below. Sayonara.